My child, I see your heart. I see the weight you've been carrying, the worries that keep you up at night. You've been searching for peace, for clarity, for help. And I brought you here, right now, because I want to help you. Not just in word, but in power. Let me speak to your soul. Let me help you. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. You don't have to keep pretending to be strong while your heart is tired. You've carried so much. You've fought battles no one else even knows about. You've wiped your tears quickly and smiled for the world, even while breaking inside. But now, my child, I'm inviting you to come close. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not waiting to criticize your doubts or punish your weakness. I'm here to offer you something the world cannot give: peace. Peace for your restless thoughts. Peace for your anxious heart. Peace for your soul that's been running and searching, but still feeling empty. I know what you're going through. I know the fears you don't say out loud. I know the decisions you're unsure about. I know the pressure to be okay when you're not. And I want to remind you, you were never meant to carry this alone. Let me help you. Bring me your worry. Bring me your confusion. Bring me your pain. You don't need to fix yourself before you come. Come broken. Come confused. Come exhausted. I will meet you right where you are. You're wondering, but how, Lord? How can I rest when everything around me is chaos? And I say, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 verse 28. I don't need perfect faith. I need surrendered hearts. You don't need to have all the answers. I am the answer. You don't need to see the whole path. I am the way. You don't need to be fearless. I will be your courage. Let me calm your storms, not just the ones outside you, but the ones inside you. The fear of failing, the anxiety of not being enough, the shame from the past, the grief you buried because life kept going. I see it all, and I want to bring healing, not just temporary comfort, but lasting peace. I am not distant. I am not silent. I am not absent. I am here. I am speaking. I am reaching for you right now. So come to me with your messy heart. Come with your doubts. Come with your questions. I will not turn you away. I've been waiting for this moment, not for you to perform, but for you to simply receive. Let me help you. Let me lift the pressure. Let me carry the burden. Let me take the heaviness off your chest. You don't have to have it all together. Let go of the lie that says you're too broken. Let go of the fear that says it's too late. Let go of the guilt that whispers you're not worthy. Because I call you my beloved, not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. I am the one who leaves the 99 to find you. I am the one who sits with the brokenhearted. I am the one who restores what the world calls lost. You matter to me. I know your name. I know your story. I know the pain you've hidden and the prayers you've whispered through tears. None of it has gone unnoticed. I've been with you in every silent moment. And now, I want to bring peace where there has been panic. I want to bring clarity where there has been confusion. But it starts with surrender. Let me in. Open the door of your heart. You don't have to clean it up first. Just unlock it. I'll step in with grace, with kindness, with mercy. I will not shame you. I will shelter you. The peace I offer doesn't depend on your circumstances changing. It begins when you rest in me. Breathe again, child. You are not alone. You never were. I've been whispering this invitation for days, for weeks, for years. And today you heard me. Let this be the beginning of something new. Not a temporary fix, but a lasting restoration. Let me help you. Now that your heart is still, I want you to hear me clearly, because this next part is something the enemy doesn't want you to know. No matter what you've done, no matter what's come against you, I still hold your destiny in my hands. My beloved child, let me say this again so that your soul can hear it clearly. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are not disqualified. I have not changed my mind about you. You may think you've made too many mistakes. You may feel like you messed up your purpose. But I want you to know, I am bigger than your failure. Your destiny does not depend on your perfection. It depends on my grace. Yes, you've fallen. Yes, you've wandered. Yes, you've doubted, struggled, and even rebelled. But I never let go of you. You are still in my hands. Even when you turned away, I stayed. Even when you closed your heart, I remained at the door. I didn't walk away when things got messy. I leaned in. I covered you. I protected you from things you never even saw. The truth is, you were never holding on to me as tightly as I was holding on to you. Let me remind you, you didn't choose me. I chose you. John 15 verse 16, and I don't make mistakes. I don't revoke my calling. I don't cancel my promises when you stumble. I simply wait and I restore. You are still mine. Your calling still stands. And your story is still unfolding, with me as the author. I know what they've said about you. I know the threats, the lies, the accusations that have been spoken against you, the voices that tried to convince you you'd never recover. But hear me now. None of it can override my voice. Their words are not your final word. I am. I am your protector. I am your vindicator. I am the one who fights for you when others attack you, slander you, and misunderstand you. Do not fear what man says about you. Do not be shaken by rejection. I was rejected too, and I made rejection into resurrection. What was meant to break, you will build you. What was meant to silence, you will strengthen your voice. And what the enemy tried to steal, I will restore. Even now, I am working in places you can't see, defending your name, guarding your future, blocking attacks in the unseen, holding back harm with my hand. You may feel surrounded, but I want you to know, you are surrounded by me. I have assigned angels to you. I have marked you with purpose. I have covered your life in the blood of my Son, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. When the enemy comes like flood, I will raise the standard against him. When darkness tries to whisper lies, I will speak louder with my truth. When others walk away, I will draw closer. When you are afraid, I will remind you, fear not, for I am with you. Yes, I know what's happening. Yes, I see the threats. Yes, I know what was said behind your back. But I am the Lord your God, and no voice, no curse, no attack can stop what I've ordained for your life. You are still in my plan, even if you don't see how it can happen, even if you feel off course, even if you feel too weak, too ashamed, too far from where you should be. Let me be clear, I will fulfill my word over you, not because you earned it, but because I am faithful. My child, the world may judge you by your worst moments, but I see your whole journey. I see the tears that came with the mistake. I see the repentance that followed the failure. I see the effort you've made to grow, to change, to come home, and I honor that. The enemy wants you to believe it's too late, but I say it's just the beginning. You are not behind. You are being rebuilt. I am the potter. You are the clay. I don't throw away broken vessels. I remake them into something stronger, more beautiful, more useful for my glory. So stop believing the lie that says you ruined it. Stop replaying the shame. Stop thinking your purpose expired. I am the resurrection and the life, and what I breathe on lives again. So come back to me, not in fear, but in trust, not in shame, but in surrender. Let me finish what I started in you. Let me turn your wounds into wisdom. Let me show the world what redemption really looks like through your life. You are not the sum of your past. You are not your failures. You are not your reputation. You are not your mistakes. You are my child. You are loved. You are chosen. You are held. And you're going to be okay, because I hold your future, and I will never let go. You've heard me say I haven't let go of your destiny. But now I want to go deeper, to the part you rarely talk about. The pain, the loss, the quiet wounds. Yes, I see it, and I'm not ignoring it. I'm healing it. My beloved child, I see your pain. The kind you don't talk about. The kind you buried because life kept going. The kind you try to numb with distractions or silence with busyness. But I see it. I've always seen it. I was there in the moment when your heart broke. I was there when they left. I was there when the phone call changed everything. When the door closed. When the betrayal cut deep. When the dream died. When hope started fading. You didn't see me, but I was closer than your breath. And now, I want to speak to those very places. Not to reopen your wounds, but to heal them. Not with empty comfort, but with divine restoration. You've tried to move on without truly healing. You've told yourself, I'm fine, while your soul still limps from that moment. You've put on strength for others while silently asking me, will this ache ever go away? Let me answer you. Yes, it will. And I'm already at work. I am healing you, not just emotionally, but spiritually. I'm touching the layers of pain you forgot how to name. I'm reaching into the memories that still carry weight, and I'm lifting it off. You don't have to live guarded anymore. You don't have to protect yourself from more pain by pushing everyone away. I want to give you something better, peace. Real peace. Let me do what only I can do. Let me touch what time didn't fix. Let me rebuild what trauma tried to destroy. I know what was done to you. I know what you've done to yourself, too. I see the guilt, the self-blame, the silent what-ifs that keep looping in your mind. But hear me, child. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not the sum of what happened to you. You are not weak for being wounded. You are human, and I am your healer. I heal gently. I don't rush. I don't force. I don't push you into painful places and leave you there. I walk with you. I sit with you. I cry with you. I carry you, and I restore. What others dismissed, I treasure. What others called too sensitive, I call deeply created. What others mocked, I call purposeful. What others abandoned, I call mine. So let the tears fall. Tears don't make you weak, they make you real. And I catch everyone. I bottle them. I remember them. And in their place, I plant joy. Yes, joy is coming. Not the kind the world gives, but the kind that blooms in scarred soil. The kind that rises from ashes. The kind that proves God was here. You've been in survival mode for so long, but now I'm leading you into healing. No more pretending. No more pushing past pain just to stay productive. No more spiritual performance while you're quietly bleeding inside. This is your season to heal. Let me break the chains of bitterness. Let me lift the weight of grief. Let me silence the voice that says you're not enough. Let me hold the little child inside of you who still feels abandoned. You are safe now. You are seen. You are loved. And you are healing. I'm removing the trauma not by erasing your past, but by redeeming it. I will use your pain for purpose. I will turn your wounds into wisdom. I will make you a well of hope for others who are hurting. Your story is not a tragedy, it's a testimony. You may not feel whole yet. That's okay. Healing is a process, but every step is sacred. Every layer matters, and I will walk with you through them all. You don't have to rush. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to earn this healing. Just receive it. Let my spirit wash over you. Let my word rewire your thinking. Let my presence be the place where your heart finally breathes again. You've survived long enough. Now it's time to thrive. This is not the end. This is the beginning of healing, wholeness, and hope. You are not what hurt you. You are not who left you. You are not what you lost. You are who I say you are. Chosen, loved, healed, whole, and I'm not done yet. Child, you've been under attack not because you're weak, but because you're strong. The enemy isn't chasing you because you're broken. He's chasing you because you're chosen. And now, I want to remind you, you are not fighting alone. I am with you. My child, there's a reason the enemy has come after you with such intensity. It's not because you're forgotten. It's not because you're weak. It's because you carry something powerful, something eternal, something divine. You were born with purpose. You were marked with destiny, and that threatens darkness. The enemy sees your potential, even before you do. That's why the attacks started early. That's why it feels like battle after battle. He's not attacking your past. He's terrified of your future. But hear me now. You are not alone in this fight. Yes, the enemy has tried to wear you down. He's used discouragement, disappointment, distraction, even people close to you. He's tried to confuse you, isolate you, make you question your calling, your value, even your faith. But I say to you, stand your ground. You don't fight with your own strength. You fight with mine. I have armed you with spiritual weapons. I have given you authority in my name. I have surrounded you with angels. I have filled you with my spirit. You are not defenseless. You are not outnumbered. You are not weak. You are a warrior. Even when you feel exhausted, you are still anointed. Even when you feel broken, you are still chosen. Even when you fall, I will pick you up. Don't believe the lie that you've lost because you're tired. Tired doesn't mean defeated. It means you've been in the fight. And child, I honor those who keep standing even when their knees shake. Yes, the enemy tried to take you out, but he underestimated who walks with you. When the fire came, I stood in it with you. When the storm raged, I calmed it with a word. When the arrows flew, I was your shield. When the voices mocked, I reminded you who you are. You are not what the enemy calls you. You are not your lowest moment. You are not your worst fear. You are mine. I created you in strength. I filled you with purpose. I covered you with my promises. And I will not let the enemy win. Even now, I'm lifting you. Even now, I'm renewing you. Even now, I'm surrounding you with peace. So don't back down. Don't retreat. Don't give in to the pressure. The greater the calling, the greater the resistance. But I have already overcome the world, and with me, so will you. You've been asking, why is this so hard? Because what you carry is valuable. Because your voice matters. Because your obedience is dangerous to darkness. The enemy fears what will happen when you rise fully in your identity. He fears the freedom you'll bring to others. He fears your worship, your prayers, your presence. But he cannot stop what I have begun. I am your defender. I am your banner in battle. I am the lion who roars over you. And I have declared, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So lift your head, warrior. You may have been knocked down, but you are not knocked out. You may have scars, but they are proof that you survived. You may have wept, but joy is rising again. You are stepping into a new level of strength. Not the kind the world sees, but the kind that heaven recognizes. You are dangerous to the kingdom of darkness, not because of who you are, but because of who I am in you. I will raise you up. I will restore what was stolen. I will multiply what was lost. I will take what was meant to harm you and turn it into a platform for my glory. Yes, the enemy came to steal, kill, and destroy, but I came to give you life, and life more abundantly. Don't be afraid of the fire. I'll use it to refine you. Don't fear the battle. I'll use it to train you. Don't fear the fall. I'll use it to teach you how to rise. I'm not finished with you. The enemy fought hard because he knows that your next chapter is your strongest yet. So stand up, shake off the dust, put on your armor, and walk forward, not in fear, but in faith. You are not fighting for victory. You're fighting from victory, because I have already won. You've made it through the battle. You've stood your ground when others fell away. Now hear me clearly. You are not a victim. You are a warrior, and it's time to rise. My child, you have fought well. You have endured much. And now, it's time for you to walk in the truth of who you are. Not timid, not unsure, not fearful, but bold, brave, and anointed. You are my warrior. This isn't just encouragement. It's your identity. I have clothed you in strength. I have trained your hands for battle and your heart for compassion. I have given you the courage of David and the perseverance of Job. I have placed my spirit within you, not a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. You may not have seen yourself this way. You've called yourself broken, tired, small, but I call you commissioned. You've been through too much just to survive. You've been refined for impact, prepared for purpose, forged in fire to carry my light into dark places. It's time to rise, not with pride, but with purpose. You are not fragile. You are focused. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are not finished. You are just getting started. I've seen how you stood firm even when your knees were shaking. I've watched how you stayed faithful when others gave up. I've heard your whispered prayers, your quiet obedience. And now I'm calling you forward. The world needs your voice, your faith, your story, your fire. I am placing boldness in your spirit. Not recklessness, but divine confidence. Not arrogance, but an unshakable trust in who I am in you. Don't wait until you feel ready. Step out, and I will meet you there. Take the risk. Share the truth. Serve in love. Pray with fire. Speak with grace. Lead with humility. I will be with you. I go before you to prepare the path. I walk beside you to steady your steps. I remain behind you to protect your back. You are never alone on the battlefield. The fight you're in is not just about you. It's about every soul connected to your obedience. When you rise, others rise. When you fight in prayer, chains break. When you speak truth, darkness trembles. Don't let fear steal your assignment. Don't let comparison rob your confidence. Don't let distraction delay your destiny. You are called. You are appointed. You are assigned. And now you are sent. You've survived long enough. Now it's time to advance. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. You carry heaven's authority. You speak with the backing of angels. You move in step with my strategy. And you are unstoppable when you move in obedience. Yes, there will still be resistance. Yes, there will still be moments of doubt. But my voice will be louder. My grace will be sufficient. My presence will be constant. So lift your head, warrior. Fasten your armor. Sharpen your sword, the word. Fan the flame within you. Because this is your moment. Go love the unlovable. Go serve the forgotten. Go forgive the unforgivable. Go bring hope to the hopeless. Go show the world what Jesus looks like. You don't have to be perfect, just available. You don't need the approval of man. You have the commissioning of heaven. I believe in you because I made you. You were born for this. You were born to overcome. You were born to advance the kingdom. You were born to carry my light. So no more shrinking back. No more second guessing. No more wondering if you're enough. You are more than enough because I am more than able. This world needs warriors, not of violence, but of virtue. Not of ego, but of empathy. Not of pride, but of power anchored in love. And that's you, child. So move forward now, with humility, with courage, with me. You are my warrior. Now go, walk in your victory. Warriors don't just fight, they pray. And now, my child, I want you to understand how powerful your prayers truly are. I am not a distant God. I am near. I hear. I respond. Every time you pray, you move heaven. Come to me in prayer, not as a ritual, not as a last resort, not with fancy words or rehearsed lines. Come as you are. Come with your anger, your fears, your doubts. Come with your dreams, your tears, your silence. Come tired, come unsure, come broken. Just come. I am not looking for performance. I'm looking for your presence. I don't need you to impress me. I need you to trust me. When you speak, I listen. When you whisper, I hear. When you don't know what to say, your groan is enough for me to understand. Because I know your heart, even before you put it into words. You've wondered if your prayers matter. You've asked, Lord, are you really listening? Yes, child, I'm listening. Always. Even when you feel ignored, I'm working. Even when you see no change, I'm moving. Even when you feel alone, I'm present. Your prayers carry weight in the spiritual realm. They are not empty echoes. They are declarations. They are invitations. They are weapons. They tear down strongholds. They release angels. They shift atmospheres. When you pray, you align your heart with heaven, and heaven responds. You may think your prayer is small, but I am a big God. You may think your faith is weak, but I honor mustard seeds. You may feel like nothing's happening, but I am a God of process, not just of instant results. Some answers come quickly. Some are delayed to grow your faith. Some are redirected for your protection. But I answer every single one. Never think silence means absence. Sometimes I'm working in the waiting. Sometimes I'm strengthening you before the blessing arrives. Sometimes I'm teaching you to hear my voice above your own expectations. So don't stop praying, even if it feels repetitive, even if it feels quiet, even if you prayed for the same thing yesterday and the day before that. Keep coming. There's power in persistence. There's breakthrough in consistency. There's intimacy in daily connection. Because prayer is not just about asking. Prayer is about abiding. I want to speak with you, not just listen. I want to guide you, not just comfort you. I want to fill your day with purpose, not just show up in your panic. So bring me into everything, into your morning coffee, into your commute, into your family, into your business, into your relationships, into your rest. I am not a Sunday-only God. I am the God of every moment. Let me walk with you. Let me speak to you through my word. Let me minister to you through silence. Let me show you things you've never seen. If you'll just slow down long enough to listen. I am the God who speaks peace to chaos, who opens doors no one can shut, who calms storms with a whisper, who sends provision before you even ask. And yes, I will bless your family. I've heard your prayers over your children, your marriage, your parents. I've seen your intercession in the night, and I tell you this, none of it has been wasted. I am releasing protection. I am covering your home. I am sending peace to your household. I am shifting hearts and minds behind the scenes. I am aligning divine connections and opening unexpected doors. I know what you need, even before you ask, but I delight in your voice. I long for our conversations. You don't annoy me with repetition. You move me with persistence. You may think, I don't know how to pray right. But prayer isn't about perfection, it's about connection. Just speak, just sit, just cry, just breathe with me. Sometimes your greatest prayer is one word, help, and I come running. You don't have to yell to get my attention. I'm already near. You don't have to beg for what I'm ready to give. You don't have to earn access. I gave it to you at the cross. You're not praying to get me to love you. You're praying because I already do. So lift your voice again. Lift your eyes. Lift your faith. Because I am pouring out peace. I am flooding your soul with calm. I am breathing clarity into your confusion. I am releasing hope into your heaviness. And I'm about to answer in ways you never expected. So come away with me. Let prayer be your first response, not your last resort. Let it be your joy, not your obligation. Let it be your secret weapon, not your backup plan. I am here. I am listening. And I am moving. You've come close to me in prayer. You've heard my promises. Now, my child, I must warn you. There are voices out there trying to steal your heart. Lies that sound like truth. Bitterness disguised as boldness. But I've called you to something higher. Stay close. Stay rooted. Stay pure. My beloved, in this world, you will hear many voices. Some will sound convincing. Some will appear spiritual. Some will even use my name. But not all voices come from me. This is why I say, guard your heart. Guard it from bitterness. Guard it from pride. Guard it from anger disguised as righteousness. Guard it from teachings that twist truth into self-serving comfort. Yes, there are false teachings. Yes, there are wolves in sheep's clothing. And yes, there are many who claim to speak for me, but do not carry my spirit. Do not be led by the loudest voice. Be led by the Spirit of truth. How will you know? Because my truth always leads to love. My word never contradicts my character, and my presence brings peace, not chaos or confusion. Stay rooted in what you know to be true, not in opinion, not in culture, not in trends, but in my unchanging word. Let me be your teacher. Let my spirit be your guide. Let my voice be louder than any podcast, sermon, or social media post. Child, the world is full of division. People will try to pull you into their sides, their systems, their arguments. I didn't call you to win debates. I called you to walk in truth and love. Do not let hate creep into your heart, even if it wears religious clothing. Do not let offense settle in your soul, even if it feels justified. Do not let judgment replace compassion, even when others fail. Keep your heart soft. Keep your hands clean. Keep your motives pure, because the condition of your heart matters more than the volume of your voice. I've seen many start well, but lose their way because they forgot this. Do not be swayed by popularity. Do not be seduced by platforms. Do not chase applause over obedience. Stay small in your spirit. Stay low before me. Stay full of grace, even as you carry truth. Speak boldly, but kindly. Stand firmly, but gently. Defend the truth, but never stop loving people. You were not called to destroy. You were called to build. You were not saved to condemn. You were saved to reconcile. Let the fruits of my spirit flow through you. Let your love be real. Let your joy be visible. Let your peace be contagious. Let your patience be radical. Let your kindness be unshakable. Let your goodness be consistent. Let your faithfulness be steady. Let your gentleness be strength under control. Let your self-control reflect maturity. These are the signs of my presence, not just eloquent speech or outward acts. So ask yourself, is your heart becoming softer or harder? Is your love growing deeper or conditional? Is your light shining brighter or flickering in compromise? I don't want performance. I want purity. Not perfection, but sincerity. Even when you're provoked, respond with grace. Even when you're wronged, forgive quickly. Even when others fall, restore gently. This is how the world will know you're mine, by your love. Yes, defend sound doctrine. Yes, speak against deception. Yes, uphold truth. But never let truth become a weapon of pride. Correct with humility. Disagree without dishonor. Stand without shaming. This world doesn't need louder noise. It needs clearer light. And that light shines through a heart that stays tender before me. Let me search your heart daily. Let me prune what doesn't reflect me. Let me lead you back when you drift toward legalism or compromise. You don't need to carry the weight of being right. You need to walk in righteousness. You don't need to control the outcome. You need to trust my spirit to convict and transform. And when you fall short, and you will, come quickly back to me. Don't let pride delay repentance. Don't let shame silence your worship. I'm not asking you to be flawless. I'm asking you to be faithful. So today, check your heart. Am I still your first love? Am I still your source of truth? Am I still the one you're living for? Because if your heart is mine, your life will shine. Stay in my word. Stay in prayer. Stay in love. And let nothing, no false gospel, no bitter root, no human opinion, steal what I've planted in you. Now that your heart is steady, I want to use it, not just to heal you, but to help others heal through you. You weren't just saved to sit still. You were saved to shine. The world is waiting for what I've placed inside you. My child, you were not just created to receive my love. You were created to reflect it. You are my vessel, a living example of mercy, a walking testimony of grace, a carrier of light in a world desperate for hope. What I've done in you, I now want to do through you. Every trial you've endured, every tear you've cried, every lesson you've learned in the dark, they were not wasted. I'm going to use it all. I want to turn your wounds into wisdom, your story into strength, your journey into a map for someone else's breakthrough. There are people around you, hurting, hopeless, lost, waiting for a word of encouragement, a moment of kindness, a glimpse of me, and I've placed you in their lives on purpose. Don't underestimate your influence. It's not just on stages or in sermons. It's in the smile you give a stranger, the grace you show to someone who's struggling, the patience you carry in pressure, the peace you bring into chaos. You don't have to preach to be powerful. You don't have to be perfect to be effective. You just have to be willing. Let me use your life. Let me speak through your words. Let me shine through your actions. Let me love people through your compassion. You may think, but Lord, I'm not ready. I still have my own issues. I know, child, and still I choose you. I don't call the qualified. I qualify the called. I don't wait for perfection. I move through surrender. You don't have to have it all together to be a blessing. You just need to say yes. There are people who won't listen to a preacher, but they'll watch your life. There are people who won't read the Bible, but they'll read your love. There are people who feel forgotten, but they'll see my heart through your kindness. So let me use your smile. Let me use your presence. Let me use your story. Let me use your scars. Let me use your voice. You are not invisible in my kingdom. You're an ambassador. You're my hands and feet. You are salt and light. Don't wait for a platform. Your purpose begins right where you are. In your workplace, in your family, in your friendships, in your neighborhood. The mission field isn't far away. It's in your everyday. So speak life. Choose grace. Serve with joy. Forgive quickly. Give generously. Listen deeply. Shine brightly. And when you feel too weak, rely on my strength. When you feel too broken, remember, I use cracked vessels to pour more freely. When you feel overlooked, know that heaven sees every act of obedience, no matter how small. You may never get applause. You may never get recognition, but I see it all, and I will reward everything done in love. So stay available, stay humble, stay faithful. Let your life be a mirror of my mercy. Let people walk away from you feeling seen, valued, and loved, because they've encountered me in you. Don't wait until you feel spiritual. Don't wait until the perfect moment. Every day is an opportunity. Every interaction is a seed. Every act of love is a declaration. God is real, and He cares. You may never know the full impact of your kindness this side of heaven, but one day, you'll see the ripple effects of a single act of love. So keep loving, keep shining, keep showing up, because through you, I will reach many. You've been pouring out. You've been faithful. Now let me fill you. Let me flood your soul with something this world cannot give, my love, my peace, my presence. This is not a visit. This is a life. Come, child. Step into the light. My beloved child, you've been walking through dark places for too long. The shadows of fear, the weight of shame, the echo of lies that tried to shape your identity. But now, I am calling you out of that darkness. Come into the light, not to expose you, but to heal you, not to judge you, but to embrace you, not to embarrass you, but to show you who you truly are in me. I'm not afraid of your mess. I'm not surprised by your struggles. I'm not shocked by your past. I've seen it all. And still, I love you completely. Right now, I'm pouring out my love on you. Not in drops, but in waves. Not in measure, but in fullness. You don't have to earn it. You only need to receive it. Let it wash over your thoughts. Let it soften the parts of your heart that have grown hard. Let it quiet the voices that said, "You're not enough." Because, child, you are mine. You've hidden parts of yourself, thinking I wouldn't want them. But I want every part of you. The joyful parts, the broken parts, the fearful parts, the strong parts. Bring me your whole heart, because I'm not just a God who visits, I dwell. I walk with you daily. I whisper truth in the ordinary. I hold you in quiet. I surround you in every moment. I'm not asking you to carry my love as a concept. I want you to live in it, to wake up with peace, to walk with assurance, to speak with confidence, to rest without fear. The darkness try to make you forget who you are. But let me remind you, you are forgiven. You are free. You are chosen. You are deeply, completely, eternally loved. My peace is not temporary. It's not fragile. It's not based on your circumstances. It is constant, because I am constant. Even when the world shakes, my peace stands. Even when emotions shift, my love remains. You've tried to find peace in performance, in relationships, in success, in distractions, but it never lasts. Because true peace, my peace, is only found in me. So let go now. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the shame. Let go of the what-ifs and should-haves. Let go of the fear of failure and fear of the future. And let me hold you. Let me carry you through this transition. Let me guide your steps into something new. Let me show you that joy is not just possible, it's promised. I am healing your perspective. I am restoring your joy. I am igniting hope again, and I'm doing it now. You don't have to wait until everything's perfect. You don't have to reach some spiritual level. You simply need to say, "Lord, I'm ready." Ready to step out of hiding. Ready to walk in freedom. Ready to live as someone truly loved. You've lived long enough in the shadow of pain. Now walk in the light of my purpose. You've stayed quiet too long under the weight of condemnation. Now speak boldly with the power of redemption. You are not defined by your darkest moment. You are defined by my sacrifice, my voice, and my love for you. So rise. Stand tall, not in pride, but in peace. Lift your head, not in shame, but in confidence. Move forward, not in fear, but in faith. Because I go with you. Every day, every step, every breath. You don't need to chase me. I'm already with you. You don't need to perform for me. I already delight in you. I am restoring not just your heart, but your identity. I am calling you out, not to shame you, but to send you. The light I pour into you will be light for others. The peace I fill you with will calm storms in others. The love I give will overflow. And you will say, "I once walked in darkness, but now I live in the light." Now that you've stepped out of the darkness, let me show you what strength really looks like. Not just strength to endure, but strength to overcome, to forgive, to live freely. My child, I've placed a resilience in you that even storms cannot destroy. My child, you have more strength within you than you realize. Not because you were born fearless, not because you've never failed, but because I live in you. My spirit has fortified you from the inside out. That's why, even in the hardest moments, you didn't break. You bent, but you didn't fall apart. You cried, but you didn't quit. You stumbled, but you didn't stay down. That was me, holding you up. That was grace, carrying you through. You are not weak because you feel weary. You are strong because you kept walking through the weariness. There were times when life hit you hard. Loss, rejection, disappointment. You questioned everything. You considered giving up, but something inside you kept saying, just one more day. That was my spirit whispering, I'm not finished with you yet. The storms you faced weren't proof of abandonment. They were proof of preparation. I was teaching you to rely on my power, not your plans. I was strengthening your spiritual muscles. I was shaping endurance in you that shallow faith could never produce. Now you're standing stronger, not because you avoided pain, but because you let me transform it. You don't need to pretend you're unshakable. You just need to remember, you're held. Even if life shakes you, I will not let you fall. I've seen the bitterness that tried to settle in your heart, the unforgiveness that whispered, they don't deserve grace. The offense that told you, protect yourself, shut down. But child, you were not created to carry grudges. Bitterness is a prison, and forgiveness is the key. Not for them, but for you. You've asked, but how can I forgive what hurt me so deeply? You don't do it in your strength, you do it in mine. Forgiveness isn't saying it was okay. It's saying, I won't let this pain define me anymore. It's releasing the debt. It's cutting the rope to the past. It's trusting that I, the righteous judge, see all, and I will make all things right. And when you release it, you make room for peace. You've carried this long enough. Now give it to me. Let me deal with it. Let me heal what they broke. Let me restore what was lost. You weren't meant to be stuck in resentment. You were meant to run in freedom. The enemy wants you stuck, frozen in what happened, who left, what was said. But I am calling you forward. You're not who you were in that painful moment. You've grown. You've changed. You're wiser. You're deeper. You're stronger. So stop living from the wound. Start living from the wisdom it produced. Stop waiting for an apology. Stop waiting for closure. You don't need permission to be whole. I've already declared you healed. I've already said, you are free. So walk in it. Start living again. Start laughing again. Start trusting again. Not because people are perfect, but because I am faithful. I'm not asking you to be naive. I'm asking you to be fearless. Yes, life may still throw storms your way. Yes, there may still be moments of pain. But now you walk differently. You walk with wisdom. You walk with armor. You walk with identity. You walk with me. I will be your shield when words try to cut. I will be your peace when emotions rise. I will be your fire when courage fades. I will be your rest when the journey feels long. You will not be shaken because you are anchored. You will not be destroyed because you are covered. You will not go backward because I am leading you forward. So rise in strength today. Let the past fall off like old clothes. Let the pain fall off like chains. Let the fear fall off like fog under sunlight. This is your new season. This is your resurrection. This is your comeback. And it's not by accident. It's by design. I designed you for this. To live with courage. To walk in purpose. To love without fear. To rise without shame. So go forward, child. Not timid. Not hesitant. But bold. Brave. Confident in who I am in you. You are not easily shaken. You are not fragile. You are not stuck. You are strong in the Lord and in the power of my might. You've trusted me with your life. Now trust me with your family. I've seen your prayers, your tears, your quiet intercession. You wonder if they'll be safe, if they'll be okay. Let me tell you now, my covering is over them. My blood still protects. My promises still stand. My child, I see how much you carry for your family, the unspoken burdens, the prayers you whisper in the dark, the fear that creeps and when you imagine what could go wrong. You love them deeply, and I love them even more. You've prayed, Lord, protect them, keep them safe, draw them close to you. And I want you to know, I've heard every word. Not a single cry has gone unheard. Not a single tear has gone unseen. Not a single hope has gone unnoticed. I am surrounding your family with angels, with grace, with my presence. My blood covers them, not as a symbol, but as a supernatural shield. When the enemy looks at your household, he sees the mark of the Lamb. He cannot cross what I've claimed. He cannot break what I've sealed. Your children are mine. Your spouse belongs to me. Your home is under my covering. Even when things look uncertain, even when it feels like prayers are delayed, even when someone you love is far from me, don't lose heart. I'm not finished. I'm still working. I'm still pursuing. I'm still protecting. Even when you don't see it, your prayers have power. They are forming a hedge of protection. They are pushing back darkness. They are opening doors of mercy. They are planting seeds that will bloom at the appointed time, and I will bring the increase. You don't need to carry the weight alone. Lay your fears at my feet. I hold the future of every person you love. I know what they need. I know how to reach their hearts. I know how to heal their pain. I know how to draw them back, even if they've wandered far. You may see rebellion, but I see redemption on the horizon. You may see delay, but I see divine timing unfolding perfectly. You may feel powerless, but I am the Almighty. So speak my promises over your family. Declare my word in your home. Speak life, not fear. Speak faith, not worry. Speak hope, not defeat. Even if you feel tired, even if you don't see results yet, keep standing, keep blessing, keep believing, because I am the God who answers generational prayers. I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I bless not just individuals, but entire bloodlines. And I'm doing that for you. I'm restoring what the enemy tried to destroy. I'm healing what trauma broke. I'm rebuilding the foundation, brick by brick, with truth, love, and grace. And yes, I will do miracles in your home, daily, quietly, supernaturally. Small moments that change everything. Soft words that soften hard hearts. Sudden breakthroughs that shift atmospheres. Don't miss them. Don't underestimate them. I'm moving even in the mundane, even in the routine, even in the silence. Invite me into your meals, into your conversations, into your habits, into your rhythms. Let me be the center, not just the emergency call. When you worship in your house, darkness trembles. When you pray over your children, angels respond. When you declare peace, confusion flees. You are not just protecting your home. You are establishing holy ground, and generations will be changed because of it. The way you love, the way you forgive, the way you trust me even when it's hard. It is setting a pattern of faith, a legacy of light, a story of salvation. So don't give up, even if you don't see it yet. I am working. My hand is over your household. My angels are stationed at your doors. My spirit is hovering over your roof. My presence is in every room that welcomes me. Miracles are coming. Peace is staying. Provision is flowing. Restoration is happening because you chose to believe, because you stayed faithful, because you trusted me with your family, and I will honor that. So sleep in peace tonight, not in worry, but in worship, not in stress, but in surrender, because I'm not only your God, I'm their God too, and I will never let them go. There have been voices, so many voices, telling you that you're not enough, that you're not loved, that you've disappointed me. But today, I silence them all. I want you to hear the truth straight from my heart. I love you, completely, eternally, and nothing can change that. My precious child, There's something I need you to know, and not just know with your mind, but feel in your soul. I love you, not the version of you that performs well, not the spiritual you that has it all together, not the cleaned up version the world accepts. I love you as you are, right now. You've heard lies from the enemy, from others, even from yourself. Lies that said you've messed up too much. God is disappointed in you. You don't deserve his love anymore. You've gone too far to come back. Let me be clear, none of that is for me. I don't shame you into change. I love you into healing. My love isn't earned. It's not fragile. It doesn't come and go with your performance. It is constant. It is fierce. It is forever. When you fall, my love remains. When you doubt, my love stays. When you walk away, my love waits for your return. You cannot outrun it. You cannot undo it. You cannot outsin my grace. Yes, I long for your holiness, but not so you can deserve me. I long for it because holiness sets your soul free, because obedience protects your heart, because truth restores your identity. But even in your struggle, I still love you. You've confused correction with rejection. But child, when I correct, it's always through love, never through shame. I don't push you away, I draw you in. I don't label you, I restore you. I don't use fear, I whisper truth. I've seen your past, and I still chose you. I knew every mistake you'd make, and I still went to the cross. That's what love does. It sacrifices, it stays, it covers, and my love has covered you. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to pretend. You don't need to hide. Come as you are. Bring the mess. Bring the guilt. Bring the questions. I will not reject you. I am not angry with you. I am not disgusted with you. I'm not done with you. I'm still pursuing you. Still speaking. Still loving. Still calling. You are mine. You've always been mine. And nothing can snatch you from my hand. Not your failure. Not your fear. Not your struggle. Not even your sin. The blood of Jesus speaks louder than your mistakes. The cross proves how far I'd go to win you back. And I did. I paid it all. Not so you could live in guilt, but so you could walk in freedom. So stop punishing yourself. I already took the punishment. Stop trying to earn what I've already given. Stop running from a love that never left. Let me love you. Let me remind you of who you are. You are not rejected. You are accepted. You are not forgotten. You are seen. You are not too broken. You are deeply restored. You are not a failure. You are chosen, anointed, and called. There's nothing you've done that can make me love you less, and nothing you'll ever do that will make me love you more. Because my love isn't based on you. It's based on who I am. And I am love. So rest in that love. Let it wash away shame. Let it silence the lies. Let it heal the wounds others left. Let it be the foundation you stand on. Not your performance, but my promise. I love you. I love you when you get it right. I love you when you fall short. I love you when you're confident. I love you when you're doubting. I love you because I made you. I chose you, and I paid for you. Don't let the world rewrite what I've already spoken. Don't let your past be louder than my voice. Don't let religion keep you from relationship. I'm not asking you to strive. I'm asking you to stay close, to stay honest, to stay open. Because when you remain in my love, you will bear much fruit. So today, let my love be your starting point. Not fear, not guilt, not striving, just love. Radical, relentless, redeeming love. And let everything else flow from there. You've received my love. Now let's talk about how to live in it daily. I don't just want moments of worship. I want your life to become worship, a rhythm of faith, a heart of gratitude, a lifestyle that honors me not just on Sunday, but in every sunrise. My child, Each new day is a gift from me. Each sunrise is a declaration. I'm not done with you. I've given you breath today for a reason. Not to just survive, not to just make it through, but to live with purpose, with faith, with gratitude. I see how you wake up some mornings feeling weary, how the weight of yesterday tries to follow you. But child, my mercies are new every morning. You don't have to carry the old into the new. So before the rush, before the noise, pause with me. Just a moment, just a whisper, just one deep breath and a heart that says, "Thank you, Lord." That moment changes everything. Gratitude shifts the atmosphere of your soul. It realigns your vision. It lifts your spirit. It reminds your heart who's really in control of me. You don't need everything to go right in order to have peace. You just need to start the day with me. Before the demands pull at your time, let me speak peace. Before stress starts whispering, you let worship rise. Before fear knocks, you open the door to faith. I've seen how the world tries to fill your mornings with worry, distraction, and pressure. But I've designed your mornings to be sacred, a fresh start. So begin each day with intention. Don't wake up into panic, wake up into presence. Don't scroll first, listen first. Don't worry first, worship first. Because how you start often shapes how you stand. And when you live from a place of thankfulness, everything changes. You see people differently. You see yourself differently. You even face challenges differently. Gratitude makes room for joy. Faith makes room for miracles. Obedience makes room for overflow. And these aren't big, dramatic moments. These are simple, quiet, consistent choices. When you love your neighbor, you worship. When you forgive the offense, you worship. When you keep going when it's hard, you worship. When you say thank you, even without the answer, you worship. Your life is the offering I love most. Not just your songs, not just your prayers, but your daily devotion. How you work, how you speak, how you love, how you wait. These are holy. These are sacred. These are powerful. So don't underestimate the beauty of your everyday life. Heaven celebrates every time you choose patience over pride. Every time you choose generosity over fear. Every time you choose love over being right. I'm not looking for religious perfection. I'm looking for surrendered hearts, grateful hearts, faithful hearts. And I see that in you. I know you want to do what's right. I see your desire to walk closely with me. And I delight in that. Even when you fall, I see you get back up. Even when you're unsure, I see you keep moving. Even when you struggle, I see you trust me anyway. That moves my heart. So today, live with that awareness. Your life is worship. And worship isn't about performance, it's about presence. I don't need fancy words. I need you. Your attention, your affection, your heart. So take the ordinary and make it holy. Your kitchen becomes a sanctuary. Your car becomes a chapel. Your workplace becomes a mission field. Your routine becomes a rhythm of worship. Every moment is a chance to say, God, I trust you. God, I thank you. God, I love you. This is how you shine. This is how you rise. This is how you glorify me without even saying a word. Because the world is watching. And when they see your peace and pressure, your joy and sorrow, your love without condition, they see me. You become my living testimony. So wake up with faith. Walk with gratitude. Love like you've been loved. Because you have. I love you endlessly. And your life, when lived in me, is the most beautiful song I've ever heard. There's something I want to tell you, child. And I don't want you to miss it. I see you. I see how you've stayed faithful even in the dark. I see how you've loved even when it hurt. And I want you to hear me say this clearly. I'm proud of you, my faithful child. You've walked through valleys no one else knew about. You've endured pain that words couldn't express. You've been misunderstood, overlooked, even betrayed. And still, you chose me. You chose to believe when it would have been easier to quit. You chose to forgive when bitterness seemed justified. You chose to worship even with a broken heart. You chose to keep walking when your strength was gone. And I want you to know, I saw every step. I saw the night you cried yourself to sleep. I saw the moment you said amen through tears. I saw the strength it took just to get out of bed and try again. And I didn't forget. I didn't overlook it. I didn't take it for granted. Heaven recorded your endurance, and I've been walking beside you the whole time. You may feel unnoticed by people, but you are honored in heaven. Every act of love, every silent prayer, every battle you fought quietly, every temptation you overcame, these things matter to me. You've been through loss. People you trusted walked away. Doors you prayed for stayed closed. You felt abandoned. You felt like you gave your all and got nothing in return. But child, you didn't lose. You planted seeds. Seeds of faith. Seeds of obedience. Seeds of quiet strength. And now your harvest is coming. I am not unjust to forget your labor of love. Hebrews 6 verse 10. I saw what you gave when no one applauded. I saw what you did when no one was watching. I saw how you honored me in secret, and I will reward you in the open. Your faith has not been in vain. Your tears have not been wasted. Your struggle has not been ignored. I'm bringing restoration. I'm opening new doors. I'm healing what you lost. I'm sending joy back into your soul. You've been in a long season of waiting, of wondering, Lord, when? And I say to you today, soon, very soon. There's breakthrough on the horizon. There's peace returning. There's laughter coming back into your life. There's new relationships being prepared. There's purpose being revealed in ways you never imagined. You've passed the test, not because you were perfect, but because you kept coming back to me. You didn't let the fire harden you. You let it refine you. You didn't let rejection break you. You let it teach you. You didn't let pain make you bitter. You let it make you deeper. And now, I will honor your heart. You didn't need a platform to be powerful. You didn't need an audience to be faithful. You didn't need recognition to be chosen. You are mine, and I am proud of who you're becoming. You've learned to lean on me. You've learned to pray in storms. You've learned to trust without all the answers, and I delight in that. So don't give up now. The finish line is closer than you think. The door is about to open. The chapter is about to change. And the reward is far greater than anything you lost. What I'm about to do won't just bless you. It will redeem every tear, every delay, every painful no you ever received. So keep your heart soft. Keep your spirit open. Keep your eyes on me. Because I'm bringing beauty out of ashes. I'm bringing joy out of sorrow. I'm bringing purpose out of pain. And when people ask how you made it, you'll point to me. Because this story you're living, it's not just about survival. It's about resurrection. And child, I specialize in that. There were moments you felt forgotten, like no one saw your pain. No one understood your battle. But I did. I always have. My child, you have never been alone. Not for a second. Even your silence, I was speaking. Even in your stillness, I was working. My beloved child, you've asked, where are you, God? And my answer is simple, right here. I've never left you. I've never looked away. I've never grown tired of your struggles. In your loneliest moments, I was the closest. In your tears, I was holding you. In your questions, I was whispering truth. You are not invisible to me. You are not too much for me. You are not abandoned. I am the God who stays. The God who walks with you through the valley. The God who never flinches at your honesty, your doubt, or your weakness. Yes, there were seasons when others walked away. Yes, there were rooms where you were overlooked. Yes, there were conversations where your voice didn't matter. But you always mattered to me. You've never had to earn my attention. You've never had to perform for my presence. You just had to breathe, and I was there. Even now, I'm surrounding you, closer than the air you're breathing, holding every part of you, even the parts you hide. I know the ache that words can't explain. I know the loneliness that creeps in, even when you're in a crowd. I know the fear of being misunderstood, the weight of carrying everything alone. But child, you were never meant to carry it all. That's why I'm here. Let me be your safe place. Let me be your resting ground. Let me be your home, not just your emergency call. You could talk to me anytime, in your car, in your kitchen, in the middle of the night. I'm not just listening, I'm answering. Not always in the way you expect, but always in the way you need. You've prayed for healing, and I'm answering. Not just physically, but deeply. Not just on the surface, but in the roots. I'm healing the parts of you that got used to pretending. I'm healing the disappointments you buried because life had to move on. I'm healing the identity that was shaped by pain instead of purpose. And I'm doing it gently. I'm not rushing you. I'm not forcing you. I'm restoring you, piece by piece, breath by breath. This is not just recovery, it's transformation. I'm giving you a new mind, a new heart, a new lens to see the world and yourself. Where there was anxiety, I'm planting peace. Where there was sorrow, I'm planting joy. Where there was trauma, I'm planting truth. Where there was bitterness, I'm planting compassion. You don't have to numb it anymore. You don't have to hide it anymore. You don't have to pretend it's fine when it's not. Bring it to me. I'm not overwhelmed by your wounds. I'm drawn to them because I'm the only one who can touch them without making them worse. Let me pour my love over every broken part. Let me speak truth over every lie you believed. Let me embrace the child inside you who still wonders, am I really loved? The answer is yes. Always. Completely. Eternally. You are not too damaged. You are not too far gone. You are not too complicated. You are my delight, and I will finish what I started in you. So today, let go of isolation. Let go of the belief that no one gets it. Let go of the thought that you're fighting this alone, because you're not. I'm with you. I'm for you. I'm surrounding you. You are not alone. You never have been. You never will be. I will never leave you. Not when it's hard. Not when you fall. Not when you doubt. Not ever. So breathe again. Rest in the assurance that I am here. Right here. Right now. Closer than your next heartbeat. And I will never stop healing you until you are whole. You've been through the storm. You've cried the tears. You've endured the wilderness. But now, hear me clearly, child. Your season of restoration begins today. The pain was real, but the promise is greater. Your best is not behind you. It's ahead. My beloved, this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the shift in your story. This is the chapter where what was broken begins to heal, where what was lost starts returning, where what seemed delayed becomes delivered. You are stepping into a season of restoration, not a bandage, not survival, but full restoration. I'm not just fixing parts of your life, I'm renewing your foundation. I'm building stronger, deeper, wider, better than before. You've been faithful in the fire. You've praised me in the valley. You've trusted me when it didn't make sense. And now, child, now comes the reward. I'm not repaying you for performance. I'm restoring you because you've surrendered. You've laid it down, and now I'm lifting you up. That closed door, I'll open a better one. That painful ending, I'll bring a new beginning. That wilderness season, it wasn't wasted, it was preparation. You thought you were being delayed, but really, I was deepening your roots. Now the fruit will come, the answers will come, the joy will come, the provision will flow, the clarity will unfold. Because I don't just redeem souls, I redeem time. I'm restoring the years the locusts have eaten, Joel 2 verse 25. I'm restoring the dreams you buried. I'm restoring the hope you thought was gone for good. And yes, I'm restoring you. Your energy, your passion, your creativity, your purpose. You're not too old. It's not too late. You haven't missed your moment. This is your time. Time to rise. Time to build again. Time to believe again. Time to laugh again. You've mourned long enough. You've doubted long enough. You've been in survival mode long enough. Now it's time to thrive. But it starts with trust. Give me your timeline. Give me your expectations. Give me your fears about what if it happens again. Let go of control and grab hold of confidence, because the future I have for you is not a recycled version of the past. It's better, it's bigger, it's beautifully new. The healing won't look like what hurt you. The new doors won't carry the old weight. The relationships I bring won't repeat the same patterns. The opportunities one open will align with who you've become, not who you used to be. You've grown, you've matured, you've been refined. Now you're ready. So walk forward with hope, not wishful thinking, but bold, grounded, expectant hope. Hope that knows I'm good. Hope that believes I'm still writing your story. Hope that rests in the fact that I'm already in your future, making the way clear. There's so much waiting for you. New joy, new clarity, new connections, new strength, new vision. But don't wait for the breakthrough to start rejoicing. Start rejoicing now, because breakthrough has already begun. I'm shifting things behind the scenes. I'm aligning divine appointments. I'm removing what doesn't belong and restoring what does. You don't need to strive to earn this. You just need to keep walking, keep trusting, keep praising, because as you walk, the road will rise beneath your feet. I am the God who finishes what I start, and I've started something new in you. So declare it now. My past will not define me. My pain will not paralyze me. My future is in God's hands, and it is good. Your restoration has a name, and it's happening in my perfect timing. So breathe in deeply. Exhale the past. Lift your eyes, because the season has changed. And child, the best is yet to come. You've been down long enough. You've doubted long enough. You've let the voices of the past hold you still. But today I say, stand up, child. Shake off the dust. It's time to move forward again. Not alone with me, my child. I know how hard it's been. You've been knocked down. You've been talked about. You've been betrayed, abandoned, misunderstood. And somewhere along the way, part of you stopped moving. Not physically, but spiritually. You kept showing up, but not fully present. You kept going, but lost your fire. You learned how to survive, but forgot how to thrive. But now, I'm calling you out of survival mode, out of stagnation, out of fear. It's time to rise again, not because everything is fixed, not because you feel ready, but because I'm with you. You're not standing on your own strength. You're standing on my promise. You're standing on my power. You're standing on the truth that I am your hope and I never fail. I saw the moment you sat down in your spirit. The moment you said, "What's the point?" The moment you stopped believing the future could be different. But child, it can, and it will, because I'm writing it. I am the author of redemption, the God of comebacks, the King who specializes in resurrection stories. And yours is not over. So let go of what they said. Let go of what they did. Let go of what you thought life should look like. This isn't about who hurt you. This is about who's healing you. And it's me. Don't let the opinions of others paralyze your progress. Don't let disappointment become your identity. Don't let fear of failure keep you from stepping forward. You are not your past. You are not your worst moment. You are not who they think you are. You are who I say you are. And I say, you are strong. You are chosen. You are covered. You are called. You are ready. You've asked. But what if I fall again? I say, then I'll catch you. You've said, but I'm still afraid. I say, fear not, I am with you. You've whispered, but I'm tired. I say, come to me, I'll give you rest, and then I'll give you strength. You don't have to do this alone. You never have. I've been beside you in every step, even when you didn't see me, even when you thought I was silent, even when you thought you'd lost your way. I was right there, leading, covering, holding. So get up, beloved. Shake off the lies. Silence the shame. Break agreement with fear. This is not where your story ends. The enemy tried to bury you in guilt, but I'm raising you in grace. The world tried to label you finished, but I'm just getting started. They saw a failure. I see a fighter. They saw the ashes. I see the fire still burning. Let me fan that flame. You still have purpose. You still have something to say. You still have songs to sing, people to bless, ground to take, and lives to impact. Don't let what will stop you from what's ahead. I am your shepherd. I am your shield. I am your sustainer. I am your strength. I am your source. I am your savior. I am your hope. And I'm not going anywhere. So when the voices say, you can't, listen to mine say, with me you can. When fear says, stay down, let my spirit say, stand up. When doubt whispers, it's over, let my truth roar. I'm doing a new thing. Yes, there may still be pain ahead, but now you're walking with perspective. You know who holds your hand. You know who writes your future. So walk, child, even if it's slow, even if it's shaky, even if it's just one step at a time. Walk with your head lifted. Walk with your heart open. Walk with your faith steady. Because every step forward now is a step into promise. And I promise you this, I will never give up on you. You've prayed for a sign. You've asked for a breakthrough. And now, my child, hear this. The miracle is already moving toward you. I'm not far away. I'm at the door. All I ask is that you open your heart. Let me in, and I will change everything. I am standing at the door of your heart. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Knocking softly, faithfully, lovingly. Not to force my way in, but to be welcomed. You've longed for change. You've asked for answers. You've said, God, if you're real, show me. And here I am. This moment is not random. This word is not coincidence. This is me, reaching for you again. I haven't grown tired of knocking. I haven't walked away. Even when you ignored me. Even when you doubted. Even when you built walls around your heart. I kept knocking. Because I love you too much to leave you as you are. You don't need to fix everything first. You don't need to understand it all. You don't need to pretend you're ready. Just open the door. Let me in. Not to judge, but to heal. Not to control, but to free. Not to shame, but to embrace. There are miracles I want to release in your life, but I won't force myself in. I want relationship, not religion. I want your heart, not your performance. You may ask, why would you want someone like me? And I answer, because I made you, and I've never stopped wanting you. Your past doesn't scare me. Your doubt doesn't disqualify you. Your weakness doesn't repel me. I specialize in transforming what's broken into something beautiful, but it starts with a choice. Will you let me in? If you do, get ready. Get ready for healing in places you thought would never feel whole again. Get ready for joy in places that have been silent for years. Get ready for doors to open that you didn't even know existed. Get ready for purpose to rise from the pain. Get ready for peace to guard your heart and mind like never before. Because where I am, there is freedom. Where I am, there is healing. Where I am, miracles happen. I don't promise an easy life, but I promise a full one, a purposeful one, a redeemed one. One where nothing, no tear, no failure, no delay is wasted. I know what you've been through. The heartbreak, the disappointment, the trauma, the shame, the confusion. And I say, let me into those rooms too. Not just the parts of you that look put together. Not just the Sunday version of you, but the real you, the tired you, the angry you, the doubting you, the anxious you. Because I don't want your mask, I want your heart. Let me walk with you into the places you've avoided. Let me shine light into your darkness. Let me replace your fear with faith. Let me speak truth over the lies you've believed. And watch, I will transform you from the inside out. You look back and say, that's the moment everything changed. And it won't be because of a formula. It won't be because of religion. It'll be because you let me in. I'm not looking for perfection, only permission. I won't barge in. I won't pressure. I won't manipulate. I knock and wait, because true love always waits. A child don't delay. Don't let fear keep the door closed. Don't let doubt hold you back from destiny. Don't let pride lock me out of your breakthrough. What I want to give you is better than anything you've imagined. It's not just a moment, it's a new beginning, a new way of seeing, a new way of living, a new identity, rooted in truth, covered in grace. You've tasted enough of the world to know it doesn't satisfy. Now come taste and see that I am good. I will fill the emptiness. I will anchor your soul. I will carry you through every season ahead. But it starts here, with an open heart, with a simple whisper. Jesus, I say yes. And when you do, I will step in, and your life will never be the same. Now that you've opened the door, child, now that your heart has begun to trust again, I want you to know this. I'm already working. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it yet. But behind the scenes, I am preparing something beautiful. Don't give up. Stay tender. Stay faithful. The best is closer than you think. My child, I know how hard it is to wait. I know how tempting it is to go back to what's familiar, to let disappointment harden your heart, to settle for good enough, instead of trusting me for my best. But hear me today. Hold on. I am preparing something for you that's worth the wait. Something you didn't even know to ask for. Something better than what you lost. Something bigger than what you expected. Something deeper than what you dreamed. You may not see it, but I see the full picture. I'm aligning details. I'm setting up divine connections. I'm clearing the path ahead of you. I'm moving things into place. Because when I bless you, it won't be rushed. It will be right. So don't try to force what I've promised to give freely. Don't rush the process. I'm using it to strengthen your foundation. Don't compare your journey. I'm writing a story in you that's unlike anyone else's. I'm not late. I'm intentional. And child, what I'm building in you is just as important as what I'm bringing to you. So in this in-between season, guard your heart. Let it stay soft. Let it stay open. Let it stay expectant. Don't let bitterness take root. Don't let fear set the tone. Don't let impatience rob your joy. Your tenderness is powerful. Your kindness and waiting is worship. Your gratitude and uncertainty is warfare. I know it feels hidden now, but that's how I work. I plant before I reveal. I shape before I release. I prepare you before I promote you. You've been asking, when, Lord? And I'm saying, soon. But stay close. Stay faithful. Because the enemy would love nothing more than for you to grow weary and give up just before it's time. But you won't. Because I'm strengthening you. I'm refreshing you. I'm reminding you that hope is never wasted when it's placed in me. So take heart. Even in the silence, I'm speaking. Even in the stillness, I'm working. Even in the waiting, I'm moving. Your not yet is not a never. It's me saying, I'm still preparing the best. So continue to dream, continue to believe, continue to love, continue to serve. Even when you don't see the reward, I see you. Even when others don't understand your faith, I honor it. Even when it feels like nothing's happening, everything is happening in my timing. You're closer than you know, closer to the breakthrough, closer to the healing, closer to the promise fulfilled. So keep showing up, keep your heart tender, keep your faith alive. Let every breath say, Lord, I trust you. Lord, I believe you. Lord, I'm ready whenever you say go. And I will lead you. I will open the door. I will make the way clear. I will send the right people, the right provision, the right moment. And when it comes, you'll say, this could have only been God. Because it will carry my fingerprints. It will reflect my goodness. It will confirm what I've whispered to your heart all along. I never left. I never forgot. And I always planned to bless you beyond what you imagined. So stay with me. Hold on with me. Hope with me. Your miracle is not only on the way, it's already unfolding. You've heard my voice. You've felt my presence. You've walked this journey with me, through pain, through healing, into hope. Now, let me leave you with the truth I want etched into your soul forever. You belong to me, and your future is safe in my hands. My precious child, after all we've walked through together, after the tears, the restoration, the waiting, the rising again, let me remind you of the one thing that holds everything together. You are mine, not by accident, not because you performed well, not because you earned it, but because I chose you, because I loved you first, because I formed you with purpose and sealed you with my promise. You belong to me. In the chaos, you are mine. In the silence, you are mine. In the success, you are mine. In the struggle, you are still mine. And nothing can take you out of my hand. Not your mistakes, not your past, not your doubts, not the enemy. You've been marked by my love. You've been sealed with my spirit. You've been carried by my grace. And I will never let you go. There will still be days when you feel unsure, moments where fear creeps in, seasons that feel dark or slow or quiet. But those feelings don't change this truth. You are safe with me. Your future isn't fragile. It's not up to chance. It's not hanging by a thread. It is held in my hands. The same hands that calmed the storm, that healed the sick, that carried the cross, that defeated death, now carry you. And I don't drop what I love. So breathe, child. You don't have to map out every step. You don't have to control every outcome. You don't have to figure everything out. Just walk with me. One day at a time, one prayer at a time, one praise at a time. And as you do, I'll guide you. I'll lead you beside still waters. I'll restore your soul. I'll light up your path. I'll anoint your head with oil. And goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life. Because I am your shepherd. I am your father. I am your anchor. I am your defender. I am your future. And I have never once let go of your story. So when the world gets loud, listen to my voice. When the enemy accuses, remember who speaks truth. When your own thoughts turn anxious, rest in what I've promised. You are covered. You are chosen. You are carried. You are kept. And you are forever mine. So sleep in peace. Wake with purpose. Live in confidence. Move in love. Because no matter where you go or what comes your way, you are not alone. I go before you. I walk beside you. I cover you from behind. I live within you. This is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your becoming. So let the world watch. Let the past fall away. Let the future unfold in my time. Because your life, your whole life, is safe in the most secure place it could ever be. In my hands. And child, I will never let you go. Folded hands, let me help you. La han trin tu vio vun den chua lan, tu du vio den fukoi, tu ko don den tin u doi doi. Nu ban van konthak mak, dao don, hey dang tim kim nia. Hey turo lai, lang ne lai, vaten katron van. Chua chua bao geo roy exe ban. Vanai dang moi goi ban, nai luk nai.